Hey guys, welcome to the Terror Series 7 Day. I'm reviewing this, which is the Marvel Legends series Black Widow Red Guardian action figure. So, you might be wondering why I'm doing it out of box. I already opened this up and reviewed it, and then my camera started acting weird, so I ended up having to delete the video, but I don't feel like repackaging it because I'm lazy. But here's the packaging. As you can see, some pretty nice artwork of Red Guardian. I gotta say, I really love the artwork style they've chosen for the Black Widow movie wave. Like, I'm not crazy about this wave. This is probably the only other character I'm gonna pick up from it, but I really love this artwork. I think it's so cool. You don't get a masked head, which is a little weird considering usually it's the other way around, but regardless, I think they've done a pretty good job with the unmasked head. I think it looks a lot like the actor. You got the beard there, and the way the hair's combed back, and just the eyes in general looks pretty good. And Red Guardian, we're getting to see him in the MCU for the first time. This is cool. In the comics, he's like the Russian version of Captain America, and that's exactly what he's going to be in the movie too, so pretty neat. He's got his giant star there. He's got a lot of texture on his costume. It's kind of similar to the Ant-Man action figure in terms of that's texture, but I don't think it's actually related to the Ant-Man character at all. I just think the texture is kind of similar, but it has some black lines that cuts through. It's got this gray and the silver. You got the black that goes around the star. It just all looks really nice. He does have a hole on his back for his shield, which he can wear on his back, which I'll show off in a minute, and he's got some nice detailing. You can see kind of like pockets where they would go. And he's got his boot covers, which are pretty cool. I just think this red and gray like color scheme, I think it looks really good for him. In terms of articulation, you got a 360 at the head, you can look up and down, 360 the arms, swing out the shoulder, double joint elbows, and a 360. You got 360 on the wrist, there are hinges, 360 at the torso, there's an ab crunch, the legs kick forwards, backwards, outwards, 360 at the thigh, double joint knees, there's a boot cut, and the feet move up and down. So in terms of articulation, pretty well, pretty good. Now, his shield is very different from Captain America's in the MCU. It's a lot more layered, a lot more textured. It's like a giant star in general, and then it's just got like a smaller red and silver star. Now, in the comics, I think he actually has like pretty much an identical shield to Captain America's, just it's like red and white. I don't know if it's like the same material or anything, but I think like in terms of design, it looks very similar to it. So in the movie, they made it more different, and I'm going to be honest, I like the more differences. I think that's pretty cool. You have some silver inside, but compared to a typical MCU Captain America shield where it would have the straps, they use the kind of like pen technique that they use on the comic book figures. And I'm going to be honest, I like this a little bit more just because when you fold it back, you can actually plug it into his back just like he's actually wearing the shield, just like Captain America does in movies and pretty much, you know, any of the characters that have the shields do. So it's pretty cool that they did this. I like it. I kind of like it better than the straps. The straps do hold in better, but it is kind of cool that they went to this format. And it's also got the clip, so, you know, if you want to hold it like this, you can, which is a very weird pose to hold in, but you can still do that if you want, because sometimes the clips do get a little loose, and they can break, which is the bad part. Like, I know the one that comes with Taskmaster is starting to bow a little bit, but you can kind of like pop it on there, and then boom, he has the shield. And like I said, it kind of gets loose. Sometimes they'll fall off, but regardless, it's pretty cool, and I do like how they've done it. So here's a comparison really quickly with, well, if I can get that, yeah, with Captain America from Captain America Civil War. And as you can see, definitely very cool to see Captain America with Red Guardian. Very cool. Their suits are obviously similar, but I don't think they're too similar. I think the reason for that is Red Guardian appears to be kind of older, like he was Red Guardian at one time from what we see in the Black Widow movie, and you know, Captain America, probably when Red Guardian became Captain America, Captain America was probably still an ice, you know, probably that's what happened, so that's probably why his suit's kind of more different, as opposed to just being kind of like similar. Not more of like Captain America's more modern day suits. And here's a comparison really quickly with Black Widow, if I can bring her in here. This is the deluxe Black Widow that comes in kind of the stand set, which I think is pretty cool. I'm going to be honest, I like this one a lot more than the regular Black Widow. I just think it looks cooler. I think the whole set is cooler. But yeah, and then here's a comparison lastly with Taskmaster. And I've got to say, I'm really excited to see both I'm really excited to see Red Guardian and Taskmaster in the Black Widow movie, because I think they're going to be some of the best characters. You know, they're pretty cool in the comics. They're not super big, but they are pretty cool, and it's great we're going to finally see these two characters on screen together. And yeah, or just on screen in general, because, you know, a lot of times with Marvel movies, we'll get like one major character, but getting two like really big characters in the comics, I think that's pretty cool. The only other accessory you get is the Build-A-Figure piece of Crimson Dynamo. I honestly don't think I'm going to build this one. just because I'm just kind of like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to, but I think this is kind of cool. I just want to point this out, like the little crystals and the arms here or whatever. I think they're kind of cool. But yeah, like I said, I'm not going to complete this one more than likely, just because, it's based on the comics. Don't really like the comics as much, and I just don't really need it. But I do really like this kind of like crystallized thing that they did here, and I thought this was kind of cool to show off. But yeah, overall, I think this is a pretty cool action figure. I think it's neat. You get his shield, you get him. It would have been better, I think, if they had done a head with a mask, but then again, we rarely get unmasked heads for some of even the main characters, so it is kind of cool that they did do this. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please rate, like, and subscribe.